sense.
There we go.
That would make total sense. And it looks like we're just about ready to go live. Okay. Good morning, everybody. We are in Tokyo. Let me show you where we're at. This right here is where we're at. We are right near Tokyo Tower at the moment. Hello, hello. And today we're gonna go for a little bit of a drive. So, now, we are limited by the power of batteries and everything like that, so we're gonna have a limited amount of time for today's stream, but I wanted to bring you guys through the city of Tokyo since Victor and I are here right now and just enjoy a nice, relaxing morning drive on a holiday morning with next to no people. For those of you who do not know, this is Victor, Frame of Travel. Oh. I am Norm, and I do stuff like this here in Tokyo. Victor and I rolled into Tokyo quite recently, and this is just such a beautiful morning. Mm-hmm. We were genuinely concerned that we were going to be plagued with like terrible weather, but rolling into Tokyo, we had nothing but rain. Mm-hmm. And as soon as we got into here, we had gorgeous, beautiful skies just like this. So how's everybody doing this morning? I'd love to start off the live stream by saying don't forget to give that like button a little love. Super glad to have you all here. Victor here, Frame of Travel, is going to be my comment reader. I am going to be mostly focused on the road. Victor, especially if I don't want to miss any super chats, so make sure you post those out to me. All right. If we have any technical difficulties along the way, absolutely let us know. Mm-hmm. And I think we have something from Tim there.
Yes, and it says for post-drive coffee, 10 pounds.
Well, thank you very much, Tim. Really happy to have that there. I always say, like, I obviously love the super chats. You're also more than welcome. Like, a single super chat could land you a whole month of extra content over on Patreon. Mm-hmm. So that's also an option if you're interested. We have a Discord server, we have a secret Instagram, we have all that stuff, and we have a beautiful, beautiful morning here. Lots of construction going on in Tokyo right now, so we're gonna need to pay extra careful attention as we are driving. Mm-hmm. Yesterday coming in, look at all these. What is up with the flock of pigeons? They're just like, no, we don't like the sky.
Pigeon.
We want to sup pigeon. We want to like, what is up with my channel and pigeons, by the way?
I don't know, man. What holiday is it today?
So right now is the beginning of a 4-day weekend here in Tokyo. And there's a massive travel campaign going on right now that is highly controversial, and I kind of want to start the stream by discussing these things. And so there is this Go To Travel campaign, which is just an absolutely positively terrible idea, and it's to encourage people to travel across Japan right now. But Japan is seeing the largest spike in numbers since this whole world craziness has started. So what Victor and I did is, knowing that week before people go to travel, that they're usually really busy. They're usually hunkered down at home and doing absolutely nothing other than just staying at home basically, or work, catching up on those last bits of work. We will get to that super chat in just a second. We chose that week right before people went off to travel, knowing that everyone would be stuck at work, to do a little loop around the country, the most social distance loop ever.
Yep.
In 7 days of driving, we came face to face with 5 people. We drove mostly through the day, and we did photography at night. We did lots of astrophotography up in the mountains, abandoned campsites, everything like that. And from there, we stayed in an abandoned school one night. We slept in the car, 5 nights?
Yeah, sorry about that. We accidentally hit 3.
Oh, sorry. There we go. We slept in the car most nights, and 2 nights we did hammock camping out in the wild, with 1 night at an abandoned school. So that was super exciting. But otherwise, I'd say 7 days of travel. And honestly, even we say 5 people, but it was really only 3.
Yeah.
Because along the way, you see, someone had hit a deer on the road, and we had to pull over at the side and call police at this convenience store to have the police. It was very dangerous. It was like come around a corner and bam, deer. Sorry if that was loud. And we were worried someone was going to hit the deer. So we called the police at a convenience store, and the police rocked up, and they kept their distance too.
Yeah.
They pulled their car up to ours, and they're like, can you describe where it was? Because we had no idea where we were. We were just in the mountains somewhere. And so yeah, that was 2 of the 5 people that we came across on that entire trip. Okay, what do we got from Elaine?
All right,
here?
we have a few here. We have
few
one
here.
from
Sorry,
Elaine. Chicken for my boys, 4 pounds.
Yes, thank you.
Then rolling down here, we
Thank you
have
for the chicken.
$5 from Kinubug. Have a great day.
Thank you so much. I will have a great day. It's a beautiful day out there. So.
And then another one from Syrian Soper, $20.
Wow.
Hey, do you mind if I paint some of your newer photos? Thanks for all the new videos.
Syrian Soper, you are 100% okay to paint anything. I've been really getting into Instagram again lately. It's been like so long since I've gotten into Instagram and done like Instagram photography and all that stuff. Victor and I mostly hit up like mountains and abandoned places on this drive, and all the places that we did visit, we visited at like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. It was amazing. It's amazing to see that you can travel the entire country without meeting another soul, basically. You can do it if you try. Sleeping in the car, truth be told, 5 nights was not the easiest thing in the world.
Oh, no.
But we did have a good time. Looks like there's some other stuff.
Yes, we have one from Omega Reviews. What car are you driving?
What car is this? This is a Toyota Hybrid. It's not a Prius. It's whatever is smaller than a Prius. I can't remember the name of it. Right now, we are making our way around here to the Imperial Palace area of Tokyo. So, what do we got going on there? Are you trying to convert it?
Maybe, yeah. Not working though.
So the area we're in right now, to the left-hand side of us is the Imperial Palace area. There's a beautiful bridge there that we can't show you because we can't move any of the cameras. And to the right side is basically where Tokyo and Marunouchi and everything like that is. So this is one of my least favorite areas to come through when I'm driving a motorbike. The traffic gets here, during the day the traffic here gets really aggressive. So, was there a question?
Nope.
Okay.
Just somebody say what's up, Victor, so. Acknowledging.
Always acknowledge. Yeah, lots of people like to use this area around the Imperial Palace for jogging. So you'll quite often see, they use that, I think, how long is the entire route again?
Oh gosh, 5 kilometers or so. I did it once back in the day.
I have never jogged the Imperial Palace.
Really?
Never done it.
It's pretty interesting because they have a bunch of like little spots where you can go in and shower, store your clothes, etc.
Yeah. That was, and they've got, you can get changed and you can shower up, and a lot of people will jog around the Imperial Palace right before work because it gives you access to all these different areas of Tokyo. So, and in case you're wondering how we are doing all the fanciness, I will show you the next time we stop everything that we're using to stream. Huge thanks to Blackmagic for making all this possible. Gotta choose, what do you think?
We have one more real quick super chat. Is the rainy season over? By Alex Spat.
Alex Spat, honestly, I hope so. I really, really hope so, but I don't know. You never know, right? The rainy season tends to start off around June. The beginning of June is when the rainy season kicks off, and sometimes it's done by like July, August, just in time for typhoon season to hit. And sometimes it sticks around, like last year it stuck around till basically October. It was just always raining. So Yeah, I'm hoping that it's over, but I really don't know. So what we're doing right now is we are heading from this area over to the area of Nihonbashi and Tokyo Station and all of that. A classically beautiful area. I'd like to be able to drive through Akihabara if we can.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
If I can make it down that way, I think it would be a fun drive. So fingers crossed. Now we've got about an hour of battery for this stream. The laptop is too powerful to for the brick to be powered by the inverter we have in here. So if we try to plug it in, it'll just fry the brick or fry the inverter. We've decided that we're not gonna play that game. There we go. Now we are into the core of business Tokyo. So to the right hand side of us is going to be an area known as Hibiya. There's a big park there known as Shibuya Park, and right now we are heading towards the Otemachi area, which is like basically where we are right now is Otemachi. And if you look far enough ahead, I don't know how small it is on your screen, you should be able to see the main train lines of Tokyo out there. We're going to go under a little bit of a bridge as we cross over that way. So, how is the quality of today's stream looking so far, guys? I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. I would love to hear if you guys are enjoying this. So up there we've got the monorail, is it? Shinkansen track. And then we have the main tracks right there. Yeah. So cutting to number 1, guys, can we cut over to OBS for a second?
Yep.
I've actually set up our entire stream here on the A10 Mini by Blackmagic. It's become like my new favorite, like all the time streaming tool. And can we tab over to OBS for just 1 second? There we go. It's like my all-time favorite streaming tool. It just makes everything so easy, and we get to do fun things like the Star Wars wipe and everything like that.
People are saying it's really, really good quality. The stream is great. And we've reached over 250 viewers.
That is incredible. Hi guys, to all of you here. And here's an interesting fact about Japan. So you'll notice there are a large number of people standing here at this construction site just waving these wands. Just saying, hey, get over, get over, get over. You know what? I think we can stop this one. We're not going fast enough that we need to go through.
Yeah.
So at Japanese construction sites, as a way to kind of support working people, especially working people into older ages more often than not, they actually employ people to stand at the construction site at either end and just wave those wands and just wave you over. Yeah. And so it's kind of Japan's way to support people post-retirement or who should be post-retirement, and a way to give a little bit of a boost to the economy by having more people doing more work. And obviously it does make things safer, right? Because the state of a construction site can change in a moment, right? And they can't constantly be changing the signs. But because of this, every now and then there are guys who aren't real, like on the highway.
Oh yeah.
Like they'll have cardboard guys that look like they're real, but their arm will do like this like weird 360-degree wave thing. And when we went out for our drive, when we started our adventure, Victor got something scared serious. Like there was this guy on the side of the road, he was a cardboard guy. Victor thought he was real, jumped out of his seat. I think the only thing that held him in was the seatbelt. Scared the bejeebus out of me.
Well, if you're a super chat from Jackson Houston, $5. Have you ever tried using a live view solo for live streaming?
A live view solo? No, I've never tried that. If my mods can do me a favor and take a note on that and drop it in the Discord after on, I'd love to take a look at it and find out more about it. Thank you so much. Wow, we got like a whole motorcycle gang over here on the right-hand side.
Oh, and we're at Nihonbashi.
Nice. So this is one of the most famous bridges in, I see we have super chats, we'll come back to it. Not only in Tokyo, but in Japan. Do you realize? I should have done it. While we were away on our trip, there were these road posts all over Japan that say exactly how many kilometers we are from Nihonbashi.
Oh.
Yeah. all across Japan, there are road posts that tell you your exact distance from Nihonbashi. That is seen as the center of Japan, which is just really cool. Historically, it kind of was. So.
Okay, we have a few more here. We have one from Type Beast.
Type Beast!
For $5. Pigeons are your thing. Norm, own it. Anti-pigeon, pigeon club.
Anti-pigeon, pigeon. Oh my. Is that our new shirt? Is Anti-pigeon, pigeon club our. Oh my god. Type Beast, you might have done it. You might have done it. Oh, thank you.
Then we have another one here by Sensei Kisuke. Ask Norm if he remembers what POG means.
If I remember what POG means. Oh no. Oh no, no. This came up in a stream. Stream. My mind like defaulted to like something absolutely terrible, right? I was like, POG. Is that like piece of garbage or something? I couldn't figure out what POG. Do you know what POG means?
Yeah, all that comes to mind is like the late 90s POGs.
Yeah, that's all I can think of is late 90s POGs. I don't remember what POG means. I'm sorry. I wish I did. Also, I'm just realizing just how much of an angle the GoPro is on. Yeah. We just kind of stuck it on there. We didn't really, we're not fancy here. We just kind of tossed it on. Right now, we are heading from the Yaesu area over to Kanda. And you know what, we'll just jump back in and we'll pop that on. And there we go. We're heading over to the Kanda area, and after Kanda, that's when we get into the beauty of Akihabara. And I think we can just keep going from there. If we've got enough battery, I would love to make it all the way to Asakusa. I think we can do it. I miss Asakusa.
Yeah. We have another one here from JISIN 3000. Lunch goes on me, guys. Greetings from Switzerland.
Well, thank you so much for that. Really appreciate it. Also, Switzerland was very much on. It was actually on my travel list for this year. Never happened, obviously. Victor seems perplexed by one of the super chats that's just come in. In front of us here we have Panda Station, which is a really good transportation hub through both JR as well as like Tokyo Metro. The Ginza line is through there and everything.
Replying to some small questions here, or maybe you would know better.
Okay.
I am Ray. That's an interesting question.
Okay.
Seeing as
hi, I am Ray. Come on.
Here in Canada, the voltage is 120 volts, and in Japan is 100 volts. So would they need a transformer, or would they phone work? Basically,
things that are built to 120 volts or 100 volts are they're given a bit of leeway. So I've literally never had. If you double that, for example, like a lot of the plugs up top, for the air conditioners will be some of the only three-prong plugs you'll find in Japan. So some people will be like, oh, that's a three-prong plug. I'll plug my laptop into that. But what it's going to do is fry your laptop, or at the very least fry the power brick, because those are 240. But the variance between 100 volts and like 120 volts is safe enough that I, in 10 plus years, have never had trouble between using things from, you know, Tokyo to Canada or Canada to here in Japan.
One of the viewers in the comments brought up a really good point. We should move our picture-in-picture to the upper right.
There we go. There, done. Thank you.
Thank you.
That is a really good piece of advice. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Picture-in-picture has been moved, so hopefully will no longer be obstructed. And dude, do you see where we are? Do you see where we are? Do you see where we are?
Are we already in Akiba?
Yes, we're already in Akiba.
Oh, wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, right befront of us. There's my English.
Right befront of us.
Right befront of us.
There's
Akimahabara. It is the absolute gibbles. And no, I'm excited. I have spent so long cycling Tokyo, walking Tokyo, all of that stuff, that it's happy to know. The roads are really simple. I don't think people realize how simple the roads of Tokyo are to like traverse. But right in front of us is the beauty of Akihabara. At what time is it? Like 6 o'clock in the morning?
Yep, 6:05.
I'm just gonna pass through here nice and slow.
We have another super chat here by Jazium.
Hey, Desium.
Morning, Norm. Victor.
Good
For the
morning.
coffee fund, $5.
You know, I think honestly, as soon as we do, I want to grab coffee at one of my favorite places in Asakusa. I don't really want to sneak in, just grab a coffee before anybody gets there, and then sneak back out. We're gonna ninja. We did some serious ninjaing on our.
Dude, totally.
Man, we got to places that we always wanted to get photos of, always wanted to get photos of, but we knew that this was like the only time we'd be able to get them with 0 people. And so there are places that we snuck out to at 3 o'clock in the morning. And we would set up our tripods, we would get photos and get out. And it just felt so it was nice.
So we have a few super chats here. One by Jose Vargas. What's up, man? Thank
How's
you
it
very
going?
much. For $25.
What?
Victor, stop by the liquor store for some beer. Will do.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I think we need to wrap this whole thing up with a pizza and beer party anyway.
And then another one here by Omega Reviews.
Hey, how's it going?
Have you considered doing videos following the daily life of an average worker in Japan in some industry? Let's say like a restaurant or something.
Not really. It's been done. I like little mini documentaries on the back side of that, definitely. But it's got to be people that I believe in. Look at Akihabara in the morning. Look at this. I love that bridge. Can't get enough of it. Just beautiful. Everyone else can go faster. We're gonna do the super rare thing and go exactly the speed limit. The speed limit in Japan, especially in Tokyo, Victor and I were kind of talking about it yesterday, isn't heavily enforced. Like people like this, the speed limit on this road here in Akihabara is 50 kilometers an hour. But people will very often drive 70 to 80. And like people will like pass by cops at like 75 kilometers an hour and they won't get pulled over. But if you're driving recklessly or like an idiot, that's when you get pulled over. The speed limit isn't heavily enforced within the city, except for late hours.
Yeah.
Like if it's like this and there's nobody on the road and we're booking it through here at 80 and we're not going with the flow of traffic, then we're probably going to be in trouble. But yeah. Now we are in one of my favorite little spots, Suehirocho. Suehirocho, because I lived on the Ginza line, was always my access point to Akihabara. Over there is a manga cafe in the basement of that building on the left-hand corner. It is one of the best. And over to the right, if you get to Suehirocho Station, you turn to the right and you walk towards Ueno area. Oh boy, is it some of the best Tokyo back streets you will ever find. And if you find an open rooftop, or an open staircase that leads up, oh man, is it nice. Now this area doesn't have as many lights as an area like Ginza or Shimbashi and whatnot. So this area here, it's usually best to go at sunrise or at sunset. You're gonna get some of the nicest photos ever. Now, you had something?
No.
Okay. Now, as we head down this road, we are approaching Ueno Station. And you might be watching this going like, I can't believe how close all these places are to each other, you know? I know Victor is.
Yes.
Victor's like, wait, are we already from here to here to here? Did we just get from Tokyo Tower to Ueno in like 20 minutes? Yes, we did. And when we come around the corner here at Ueno, we're gonna end up in one of the most stressful multi-lane situations ever. The thing is, on the lanes, are we okay?
Yeah, we're good.
On the lanes, as we come around the corner here at Ueno, on the lanes has each direction written in kanji on the lane.
Oh.
And if you're in the wrong lane, it'll take you to a totally different place. But they haven't put signs up above to clearly designate.
Oh.
Or at least they didn't used to. It's been probably a year since I've driven through here. So you have to get just the right lane, otherwise, not a chance.
Oh, question I'm kind of interested in by
What's that?
Danielle F.
Yeah.
Can a foreigner earn a driver's license while visiting Japan?
Chances are, like, it wouldn't be worth it while visiting Japan. There is something called an international driver's permit. So if you already have a driver's license, depending on your country, you can get what's called an international driver's permit, which will allow you to use your license internationally for a period of 1 year. If you use it over 1 year, you're violating the law and you can get in some trouble. But when I visited Japan without a Japanese driver's license, for that first year, I always had my international driver's permit. And right now we are passing through the area that on the right-hand side would be the entire Ameyokocho market, just hidden behind these. To our left, right here, is Ueno Park. That is like my favorite entrance point to Ueno Park. Also, if you're coming to Japan early and you're trying to nail that cherry blossom season and you're worried like, should I aim to come a little earlier or a little later? I always tell people aim to come about a week to 2 weeks, maybe even 3 weeks earlier, because there is a type of sakura that blossoms early. And there are entire parks that will blossom 2 weeks or more earlier than the rest of Japan. I think I did a video once called 3 Secret Sakura Spots.
Yes.
It'll all be in there. Feel free to check it out. 2 of the trees right here, the entrance to Ueno Park, open up super early. They open up 3 weeks plus earlier than everything else in the park. So if you wanted to get some beautiful cherry blossom photos but are worried about nailing that timing, I always recommend coming earlier, and this is a great spot to say. And that guy's just full on wearing a wig. Good on him. He's owning it. That was awesome. Okay, so right now we are rounding the turn to Ueno Station, and it's after this that we find ourselves in the cluster beep of it can be a challenging. So I think the left 2 lanes will take you out to Shinchan's town, Kasukabe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the left 2 lanes will lead you to Kasukabe or the area of Minowa, and the right 2 lanes will either take you to Asakusa or split all the way to the right and take you to Nihonbashi again.
Okay.
So we could loop back to Nihonbashi through there, or we could go up to Saitama and visit Shinchan at Kasukabe, or we could go out to Minowa for some reason.
What's in Minowa?
Minowa actually has a really nice park. There's a beautiful, beautiful park in that area that for the life of me, I can't remember that. I almost lived in Minowa.
Oh.
They showed me a really nice apartment there, fully refurbished, and instead that's when I ended up moving into Asakusa. So, I see we have one there?
Yep, we have one here from Zenko Kitsune. Greetings from Seattle. Thanks for the great views, guys. Can't wait to get back to Japan and explore retirement possibilities.
Oh, that is you know what? If you do end up retiring in Japan, hit me up. I want to sit down and just talk to somebody, whether it be for a podcast or a video, about retiring in Japan. That is a conversation that I want to sit down and have with someone. So now if you look at the road here, do you see the kanji written on the road?
Yeah.
So right now we're heading for Asakusa Nihonbashi in this lane. Okay? And as we get around here, I need to make sure, this is the Asakusa Lane. You see how it says Asakusa right on the lane? Boom. Whew. And this is the worst road ever, by the way, to traverse. This is got the green arrow. It is the worst road ever, by the way, to traverse in a motorbike, because it is not cared for and super bumpy. It is like the bumpiest of bumpy roads. But yeah, if you end up coming out and retiring in Japan, I'd love to hear about that. The people do that, eh?
Yeah.
And it's a good someone who's become a good friend of mine named Julie has come out and retired here in Japan. So we are making our way down to Asakusa right now, and to our right here is Shitaya Jinja, and it's just one of those giant, I love this area. Shitaya Jinja itself is a really cool place to explore, and right here is Inaricho Station on the Ginza line. Again, if you're looking for a really convenient place to live or stay in Japan, this area is actually really good. It gives you access to everything via the Ginza line. And before we get to Asakusa, I do want to say to everybody who's like tossing in the chat and everyone who's adding super chats, thank you so much for that. Again, I encourage anybody who like is thinking about adding super chats, come and join for a month or two over on Patreon. We've got a ton of extra videos. We do live streams every single week on the secret Instagram account. We have a Discord, all of that stuff. I highly recommend that. I see we have another super chat there.
Yep, by Pink. They say my flight for early September got canceled, so I won't be able to come to Japan this year.
Sorry to hear it. It's not super surprising. It's just, I don't think we're fully travel ready yet.
Yeah.
Like, it was even a very, very hard challenge for you and me to do any traveling at all. Victor and I lived out of convenience stores. I don't think we ate anything that wasn't from a convenience store.
No. It was pretty rough.
7 days on the road, and we only ate from convenience stores, and we would visit the convenience stores on average about 2 o'clock in the morning, with one exception where we went in to grab coffee. But what we would do is we would try and find a convenience store staffed by only 1 to 2 people, and we would visit it when there's nobody in there, and we would stock up for the next day or two. We had a cooler bag in the back, and we would just fill it with our stuff.
And it wasn't easy too, because sometimes we'd have to wait 20 to 30 minutes for the store to clear out before going in.
Even at like 2 o'clock in the morning, it was a challenge. We had to, it was just bleh. So, but it was worth it. It was definitely worth it. I don't know if I'd readily do it right away again.
Yeah.
But we ended up drinking a lot of lukewarm bottles of water. So, yeah.
Don't forget the lukewarm or day-old onigiri every now and then.
Oh my god. And the chicken, the like 2-day-old salad chickens that had been sitting in the cooler and were just now like...
That one was the roughest, but protein.
Yeah, you gotta stay healthy. I think I drank one of those like vegetable juices every single morning. Vegetable juice, chicken, the tamagoyaki stuff, just anything that would give me any nutrients or protein. It was a good time. So right now the area we're in is again one of my favorite areas. It's got some amazing festivals around here. This is the area of Tawaramachi, and we are just around the corner from Asakusa itself. I'm really excited about this. It has been so long since I've because you don't want to go out in case there's crowds, right? Like, you don't want to go out and be out in public and take trains, and this is a bit of a cycle.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a cycle to get out here, but you've noticed once we get out here, it's all flat roads. So cycling once you're out here is no problem. It's just getting back to where we were at like Tokyo Tower. That's just no. It's all the hills, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, thank you. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come up to here to an area called Azumabashi. It's a beautiful blue bridge that can cross over, and we're gonna turn there. We're not even gonna go across it. And one of my favorite cafes is over here. It's Splendor Coffee. And when we turn left here, one of my first homes in Asakusa was actually right in front of Kaminarimon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So my very first home in Asakusa was actually hidden deep in the back streets near Hanayashiki Theme Park. That's one of the reasons why those streets are so home to me. And
oh, they could see Skytree.
Yeah, Skytree's right there. I guess I should have mentioned Skytree's there. And I think we'll loop around some of the parks and whatnot here. Just kind of check it out.
You know a little trivia?
Trivia?
You know how Sensoji is pretty much like the big temple around here?
Yeah.
And it was based here because they found some orb or something like that from like a goddess.
Okay.
They actually found it over here. And that's what this little shrine thing is for.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But something that to do about location was wrong, this and that, and that's why they decided to move the actual enshrinement over to Sensoji.
Interesting.
So it all kind of started from this area here, and then it spread over.
For all the years I've lived here, never knew.
Yeah.
Also, that did you ever see my ramen video? The Kitakata ramen that I visited in Tokyo is right there. Like, I don't even know if it's going to show up in the video, but right on that corner, on the left-hand side, on this corner, is the Kitakata Bannai Shokudo ramen shop. It was good, but it wasn't as good as in Kitakata because the water's different. So, somebody commented on that video today saying from New York pizza to Kitakata ramen, it's all about the water it's made with. And I was like, oh, that's such a good comment. And here we are. This is it right here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, pigeon, pigeon, pigeon. Don't want to hit the pigeon. Don't want to hit the pigeon. This is it right here. We are at Kaminarimon. There it is. That's actually far more people than I was expecting to see at this hour.
Yeah. Doing old people stuff.
Doing old people's. That guy's just chilling there. He's just like, it is a nice morning to be out. I won't deny that. Is that fog or is that construction?
It's got to be.
I don't hear any construction noise though. There's just smoke off to the right-hand side. I have no idea. We just everywhere we went during this adventure was fog. So it's mist coming out of the okay. It's mist coming out of the thing. Wow, you're just gonna cut right across. Have a good day. And right now we are going to cross the main bridge over here. I wanted to kind of give you guys the view of the Tokyo Sky Tree here, as well as the Eternal Flame, which a lot of people have just dubbed the Golden Poop. And this is originally supposed to be a flame in an otsumami bowl, and the building on the left there, do you know what that's supposed to represent?
A beer.
Yeah, a beer with foam on top. It kind of looks like it if they hadn't put the giant Tokyo 2020 stuff up there. That just kind of distracts from it. Doesn't look like a beer.
Yeah, I wonder if they're gonna cross out the 0 and replace it with a 1.
I'm curious to see how all that plays out. So this area is, again, a great area to do some adventuring, to do some cycling, to just kind of, we should have gone down along the river.
Yeah.
That's where we should have gone. I'm gonna change lanes over here, and we'll drive this way. I like the drive along this little street here. These guys are so energetic. Just seeing their little like morning hustle jog there, that just makes my morning. I love it. It's really making my. So I think this is a really good show. How much battery do we have left on the laptop? I don't want the laptop to like die partway through.
We're at 45%.
We're not doing too bad today, are we? We've made some distance. Definitely a bit more than I thought we'd be able to make. I'm hoping that this itty bitty tiny little tunnel doesn't kill it. I wouldn't be so.
Yeah.
Tunnel life. There we go. We are through the tunnel. It's rare to see a truck, like a pickup truck.
Yeah.
You almost never see those. This is like, so that woman there walking the dog reminds me, this is like the dog walking zone for some reason.
Really?
I don't know why. This is just the place to walk dogs. And there's a beautiful park off here. We're gonna turn left here. And to the right-hand side, there is a beautiful little park that I used to love so much and then ended up under construction for like the longest time. So, Victor's, I'm
scanning the chat, yeah.
Oh, they reopened the park.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no. Oh, wow, it looks so nice. This park has a gorgeous, gorgeous pond in there. Like deep into the park there's a pond, and then behind it, excuse me, there's a beautiful shrine in there. To anybody who is coming out to Asakusa, I highly, highly recommend that you cross the river over to the Skytree side and visit Sumita Park. I recommend actually getting a bicycle and cycling through this area. This is one of my favorite cycling spots. It is just spectacular. Also, Wi-Fi's holding up nice. So
nice.
We this last time that we tried to do one of these streams, we did it deep in the mountains, and I was using my router from iVideo, and it was like, no, thank you. The mountains aren't for me. I think it was just too much data passing through when you're trying to do a stream like this. So we figured we'd retry here in Tokyo since so many people enjoyed that. How are we doing on people, by the way? How many have we got going?
We have almost 400.
Wow!
Almost 400 people watching.
Hi guys. That's a lot of people. I would actually love it if the likes match the number of people in the stream. So if we can give a spike to the like button. And I'm going to try not to hit this gentleman. Actually, you know what? We're going to go this way.
All right.
That'll take us on to the expressway and out of Tokyo. And I don't really think we need to go out of Tokyo right now.
Just got back.
We're enjoying being here. So now this area here, excuse me, I've been talking so long. This area here is known as Tokyo's Shitamachi, or back streets area. And again, this is actually a really good area to just explore by bicycle or by scooter. Like just like get on a little motorbike and putt around this area. It's a really, really nice space.
Actually, funny you mentioned that because I don't think I've been around this area.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just a little bit down from, I wish we were in the other lane. Now I want to like loop that way. That's okay. There's honestly, the feel of this area. So you've been down past Shinagawa, right?
Past Shinagawa, yes.
This area gives a similar feel to that, but instead of having the Bay of Tokyo there, you have the Sumita River here, and you have the Sky Tree over there. That's the major difference. If we were to keep going down this street for an extended period of time, we would make our way into the areas of like Minami Senju and Kita Senju. It would bend around the river and all of that.
Okay.
So. And again, just like everywhere else in Tokyo, there is an abundance of little hidden temples and shrines and everything like that hidden within these back streets. If you're looking to do like shrine hunting or temple hunting, Asakusa in this area, I can tell you right now, Asakusa and just across the river from Asakusa, at my current count, there's over 35 hidden back street like temples and shrines.
Wow.
I was once gonna do a video just on the hidden backstreet temples, and I might turn it into a scavenger hunt. I really want to do a scavenger hunt.
That would be fun.
Yeah, I think it would.
Look into the comments again. We have some viewers from Costa Rica.
Costa, yeah. Where is everybody watching from? If we've got that many people in, let's spam the comments. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know what time it is. I'm gonna have Victor read a couple out. I would love to know what is up. What is up?
And we have reached 400 viewers.
400 viewers. Well, 400 people from around the world. Where are you from? What time is it where you are? And what are you up to?
People commenting the stream's really nice, so good to see that we're keeping our connection.
I'm glad to see the connection is holding up. A huge thanks to both iVideo and Blackmagic for making this possible. Hey, come on, careful lady.
Yeah.
Woo!
And this is a automatic? Go ahead.
This is an automatic, yeah. So I love this area. I don't know if it's gonna show up in the video, but do you see those gas tanks off to the right?
Yeah.
I love the giant circular the spherical gas tanks. I don't know why I love them so much, but I really, really, really do.
All right, we have a lot of countries and places here. I'm just gonna run down as many as I can.
Okay.
All right, UK, San Francisco, Florida, Ireland, UK, Netherlands, Germany, Sweden, Texas, Spain, England, Northern Ireland, Canada, Texas, Chicago, Boise, Idaho, Tijuana, Mexico. Hey, what's up? Belgium, London, Australia, Tacoma, Vancouver, France, Kentucky, Trinidad, Sweden, Seattle, Mexico. Mexico. Brazil, Los Angeles, LA, Oakland, France. Wow, there's a lot of people from around the world. Getting a lot of repeats.
This is just spectacular. Well, hello to everybody from around the world. This is basically what 6:30 in Tokyo looks like. It's fairly quiet for the most part. You get lots of people jogging. This is actually the most traffic I think I've seen at 6:30 a.m.
Yeah.
Especially considering it's a holiday. I would not expect to see this much traffic on an average holiday.
Oh, we have Nova Scotia, Canada, Toronto as well, Indonesia.
Hello, Canadians. Hello, everybody.
Yeah.
Hi.
Thank you all. We did have a couple super chats back here. Then
okay, before we get to those super chats, I want to say that coming up on our right and left, so coming up on our left is the Taitoku Sports Center. Now, if you don't know, a sports center is a great place to visit a gym because rather than paying for a $45 gym membership, you can join the sports center for like what, $2-3 per session, and they've got a gym in there, they've got a pool, everything like that. So to our right hand side, left hand side right now is the Taitoku Sports Center, and just around the corner up here on the right is one of the best hidden parks in Sakura. You know those under the cherry blossoms videos that I do with Kiki? Those happen in this area. Yeah.
Wow.
So also Jackson, thank you. Jackson just joined Patreon. I just got a notification for it. Welcome to the crew. Don't forget to submit your request to the secret Instagram. I will chat with you and we'll get you in there. We have live streams there all the time, and I'll get you approved over on the Discord as soon as we're wrapped up with all of this so that you can join the party. You're gonna have a lot of videos to catch up on. Over the last 3 months, I think I put up like 15 videos on Patreon. So yeah. All right, super chat.
All right, super chat time. We have one from Yana Asocia. Greetings from Germany. Have a great day, and thanks for bringing me back to Japan.
Aw, thanks so much. You know, I recently watched this this German TV show called Dark. Have you heard of it?
No, I haven't.
You would love it. The park is there. The sports center is there. Boom. Mark and noted. So, Dark, I'm not going to spoil it for you.
Okay.
But imagine a tunnel and you go into it and it'll toss you 33 years into the future or 33 years into the past. And imagine that because of this, all the consequences that exist apply. Like, your son might be your father if he had gone back or something like that. And
that's
it's like
pretty dark.
It is. And the entire show, no one smiles once during the entire show. So the entire show, though, it's a German show. So I watched it in German with English subtitles. And by the end, I was like, oh, my German is so good. I can speak like 4 words. There was probably more than 4 words, might have been 5. But we're going to loop up this way. You were wondering what like Minowa was?
Yes.
So do you know the Iriya area of Tokyo?
Yes.
Minowa is right near Iriya, and this street here will take us out to there.
Isn't this where they have that one fish market? The Dachiku fish market?
They might.
Okay.
You know, that's something I've never really done in Japan is fish markets. Don't know why. I don't particularly have anything against them, just never do it.
Okay.
You look like we had another one?
Yes, we do. We have one from Zereptic. Love what you do, man. Watching the channel makes me feel at home in Tokyo again. Thanks for the early morning stream, guys.
That was a really nice read, too. Like, that was like, I think you should be the one doing a podcast with a read like that. Woo. Thank you so much. The goal of the content, long before the world flipped itself upside down, wasn't just to introduce spots in Japan, but was to give people the opportunity to live vicariously and visit vicariously. I've always wanted to make it feel like you're right here with me, and that's one of the reasons that I started the channel. Not everybody can come to Japan. There are some people who have, you know, responsibilities, challenges, something that will prevent them from coming anytime soon. And now kind of everybody has something that'll prevent them from coming anytime soon.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But I wanted to make a channel that made everybody feel like they were here in Japan along with me, which is why I record the videos in the manner that I do. So I'm glad that the channel gives you that feel. Thank you so much for the kind comment and the super chat. Again, if it's something that you're really into, I want to start doing more of these streams. I think it's time to do more streams. You look like you have a question you wanted to read.
We are down to 30% battery.
Oh, we're down to 30% battery, are we? Okay, that's all right. We're gonna make the best of it.
Yep.
We're gonna make the best of it. I would love if we could make it out as far as Ukui Sudani. That would be the goal for me, to try and get near Ukui Sudani area. I think we can do it. I think 30% battery is more than enough. That's all. It's just around the corner anyway. Right now we're in the back streets of Asakusa. So let me pull up just a little bit. On the left-hand side here, you'll see a red lit up sign that says Hisago Dori. It's a great street to buy Matsuri gear, and there's a ramen shop in there that sells ramen for I think 320 yen. I used to live on this street. And then down to the right hand side here, there is a restaurant called Oiwake. So a lot of people ask me, where can I see a live shamisen performance in Tokyo? And there's 2 places that I highly recommend. One is Kikko, and that's gonna be the really hardcore Tsugaru style performance in a very old building that was moved to Tokyo from Hidatakeyama 50 years ago. And then the other one is Oiwake, which is down that street, and they do large group performances, which are just spectacular. Very high energy, very high impact. It looks like we have more.
Yep. I'm coming here saying you're connecting the world, Norm.
Aw, thanks so much.
And then we have
appreciate
one
that.
from Jisin 3000 again. Norm, sorry to hear about the $1,000. Here's 10% back to you. To
Oh,
soften the blow.
what? What? I don't even have words, mate. I just made the story. So I made this story about getting pickpocketed in Japan, and it was basically just a story to say that, hey, Japan is super safe, but it's not 100% guaranteed safety. And I learned my lesson. Like, I'd gotten too comfortable and complacent, and you know, I learned from it. I waited a while to make the actual story just so that there was no real impact or emotion left over. But that is insanely kind of you. Thank you so much. The funny thing that I didn't mention in that story was that the money that got taken from me when they took it out of my bag wasn't all my money. That was actually a payment for Kiki. So I still had to pay them. I can't just be like, well, I'm not gonna pay you. So
for those in the chat that might not know what Kiki is, can you explain a little?
Yeah, Kiki is a pair of Tsugaru Shamisen players who play incredible music. I have a ton of videos of them on this channel. We did a recent video called Exploring the Tunnels of Japan, where we go into some amazing, hidden, crazy, almost abandoned underground tunnels, and we had them play their instruments. Honestly, if you're bored and you want another piece of content that's kind of unlike anything you've seen, I recommend Exploring the Tunnels of Japan. Check that one out. If one of the mods could quickly link that in the chat, I would love you for it. It's like 3 or 4 videos ago. It should be super easy to find. And we had another one. I just thank you again. Thank you again. Just that's I don't have words.
Kind,
that's like that might be the biggest super chat ever. So
then we have a couple more here. Another one here by Heiko Rix. Greetings from Singapore. Been loving your content and keep up the good work. It cheers me up to watch this since my trip is canceled this year.
I'm really glad that I could do that. You'll notice that a lot of my live streams are going to be at this time. The reason I choose this time for my live streams is solely because of the lack of people.
Yes.
I want to be able to explore Japan with you. I want to be able to bring you along, and I've always liked these hours anyway because there are fewer people. We can explore the streets, and the town is kind of ours.
Yeah.
You know, this is actually, mind you, we're getting close to 7 a.m.
Yes.
So I'm not as surprised. Usually I start the stream at about 4:30 in the morning. We started an hour plus later than we usually do, so it's not a huge shock. Also, pro tip for driving in Tokyo: if there are 2 lanes, always drive in the left lane because the right lane will always be blocked with little trucks and cars and stuff like this. So that's my little pro tip.
All right, we have another super chat here by Mr. Anderson. What's your favorite breakfast and what's your favorite Japanese sports car?
Oh boy, we got favorite Japanese sports car is really, really hard.
Yeah.
I owned a Sylvia S14 for quite a while. I loved it. Like, loved it. It might be my favorite. Mind you, there's so many good ones. Like, all the Nissan, like basically everything from Nissan, I kind of love. I'm gonna sneak into this lane here. There we go.
How about breakfast?
Favorite breakfast. You know, lately I'm getting into the classics. I've been in Japan so long that you know what I've really been enjoying lately?
What, miso shiro?
No.
You said classics.
I mean like
Bacon, eggs?
Okay, so when I do breakfast in Japan, I eat a lot of eggs usually.
Okay.
But recently I watched Howl's Moving Castle.
Okay.
Have you watched it?
Yes.
So in there, they do these thick slices of bacon with just sunny side up eggs. And I was at an international supermarket and I found this giant block of bacon. I was like, I could probably just cut this into like 4 or 5 slices. And I did that, fried it up on the pan. It gave me so much oil that I was just able to fry the eggs right there. And since then, a very unhealthy breakfast of thick bacon and eggs has been my go-to. I actually like cereal bread. How about you? What's
Me?
your go-to breakfast?
Oh gosh, I usually skip breakfast.
No.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Whenever I'm doing international fasting, whenever I'm doing international fasting, whenever I'm doing my intermittent fasting, I tend to skip breakfast as well. So we can split here. We're gonna go to the right, just because this will take us to one of the coolest. So see this spot on the left here? This is a bicycle lane.
Oh.
Yeah, it's one of the rare like protected bicycle lanes. And so up here on our left, I've never tried to go through by car, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. But up here on our left is one of the biggest cemeteries in Japan. Well, in Tokyo. There's probably bigger ones in Japan.
Most likely, yeah.
And I've done a few Instagram live streams here. I've definitely done like a handful of Patreon live streams here. This place is massive, just massive. And it's one of my favorite little like exploration and adventure spots. We're gonna turn into this little back street here and get more of a back street feel. There we go. There we are. And I feel I'm getting some notifications. I'm gonna take a peek at that in a second. Look at this. Like, I love how there's so much nature just dispersed throughout Tokyo, you know? So this is a one-way street coming up here. We're gonna turn right on this. And this kind of gets us pretty close. Borderline takes us through the cemetery area. And this also puts us behind Ueno Park. So behind Ueno Park, I think a lot of people don't realize, there's an incredible amount of stuff to discover behind Ueno Park. And that's where we are right now.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Trixie Hobbit. I haven't been around this area.
So if we were to keep going straight through here, like if we could, if it wasn't blocked off, we'd be in Ueno Park. Like the zoo and the pandas are right up, like if you look at us on a map, the zoo and the pandas are right up over there. And I see Tokyo Drew in the chat.
What's up? He's giving us directions to Kasuga. Got coffee ready, boys. Morning, bro. Yo, Victor.
Look at this guy. This guy's ballsy. He's just like, don't hit me, don't hit me.
Don't hit me. I'm running,
I like
bro.
this guy. I like this guy. You win my love, sir. You win my love. So to our right now is Ueno Park, and it is just.
Oh.
What's up?
Do you hear that?
Oh, the semi. Oh, it's cicada time. Summer's here.
Over 200 decibels of summer.
Over 200 decibels of summer. So we've got a hill coming up. Look at everyone just like jogging on the road. Like
Jogger's gonna jog.
Jogger's gonna jog. Wow, did you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, heads up. I feel like I need to mention this. It is currently 7 o'clock in the morning-ish. It's 6:45 in the morning, and Ueno Park is full of people. Primarily octogenarians. This hill here is like my favorite hill in Tokyo to go down on a bicycle. Come around this corner, and kazoom!
Ooh.
Yeah, I love this spot. So if you thought that maybe a little morning exploration of... Did we die?
GoPro has died.
The GoPro has died. That's okay. We'll just switch back over to this. The battery itself is starting to run a little low. So
Yeah, let me check the laptop battery here.
what do we got going on the laptop?
Okay, we're on battery saver mode.
We are on battery saver mode.
19%.
19%. I don't want it to die partway through.
Yeah.
That would just be an unfortunate doings. Unfortunate happenings. Well, we did make it through Minowa, and that was kind of one of our major goals. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull over here, and I want to be able to give a little bit of attention to the chat and do a touch of a Q&A. I'm gonna put that in park. There's a ton of wires here. I'm gonna, we have quite literally taped the camera down. I've got like a huge thing of gaff tape here, and we literally just have the camera itself taped to the dashboard. There we go. Hopefully that makes it just a touch better. We can make some adjustments here. If you guys want to do a little bit of a Q&A, I'll accept a bunch of questions for the next few moments. Oh, Dina! Dina, welcome to the Patreon crew. Super happy to have you. Same deal. I'll get you in on the...
Quick second. We're saying that the audio is off a little bit.
Like
as out of sync.
Out of sync? That would just be the computer and power saver mode.
Okay. That's right. Yeah. Sorry.
Thank you for letting us know that the audio's out of sync. Computer and power saver mode is probably just sending OBS for a bit of a bleh. So apologies on that. Yeah. So Dina, I will get all your stuff. But for now, right on the Patreon feed, you're gonna have access to everything. So just go nuts, check it out. Yeah. What do we got? So thank you, Tim. Simon says, gotta go guys, late here. Have a great weekend. Awesome. It's off? It's not off? Okay. How's your foot doing? That's a good question.
No.
At the beginning of the trip, it was a little rough.
Yeah.
I broke my foot, how long ago now? Probably like 2 months ago.
About that, yeah.
I broke my foot about 2 months ago. It's bad. I got an x-ray. The doctor laughed. The doctor looked at it, laughed, and he's like, how did you do that? I guess it wasn't that common of a break. And yeah, it's good. I had gotten these new shoes that are really, I don't even think I can show my new shoes. I want to show my new shoes because they're so neat. I'm going to take one of the shoes off. I got these like funky shoes that you can see through the shoe. So depending on what color socks I wear, it kind of changes the shoe. But I couldn't wear them for the first while. Sorry, did I?
No, you're good, you're good.
Victor's protecting the A10 Mini from all my wild movements so I don't suddenly like fade to black like this and just take out the stream. Okay, we're back. We're still here. I'm just playing with the A10 Mini. So, all right, what do we got here? Audio's fine. Good. Glad the audio is doing good.
Okay.
Talking about Howl's Moving Castle. What's your favorite Ghibli movie? Loving the stream. Favorite Ghibli movie is a really hard one. We had some Ghibli-esque talk. I recommend, if you're not following me on Twitter, go check out the photo that, even I don't care if you follow me, but go check out the photo that I just posted on Twitter. This is just this here. This is real life Ghibli right here. Look at that. I don't even know. That right there, that is, a lot of people have been asking, I should reply to that. I just haven't had time to reply to the tweets. This is Isegami Tunnel out in Aichi, Toyota area. And somebody replied to, I tweeted out the photo. Yeah. And someone was like, I love this. Someone's like, are you hanging out of a moving car while you're taking a selfie? And facing backwards too. That would be the most dangerous stunt ever. All right. So let's tab back over. Yeah, favorite Ghibli movie. I didn't answer that, did I? Yeah. Howl's Moving Castle's pretty high up on it. Nausicaa's also pretty good. I like the story. Sen to Chihiro. Spirited Away. Spirited Away is another one. It's like a forever favorite. You know what I mean? I like the tunnel aspect of. I just, there's something about, that's why I love this photo that I just showed so much, is because that tunnel to Sen. Oh no.
Oh no, we got critical battery.
We got critical battery. I'm gonna do one more question. And what do we got? I'd change that. No, I like the phone case. It's a little beaten up, it's a little old. I kind of did this myself because I like the aesthetic of it. I like this phone case. It's from Moment. It uses my Moment lens clip onto it. From Brisbane, almost 7:50. Really enjoying these early morning streams. Yeah. So, okay, that's it. The battery's gonna die, and I don't want it to suddenly cut the stream off. Just like, all right, guys. Well, thank you, and So what we're gonna do is we're gonna wrap up the stream here. I'm gonna say thank you guys all so much for joining. Of course, all the super chatters to everybody who joined the stream. I'd love to have you. If you're new to the channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button. If you haven't already, definitely hit the like button. While I haven't been able to hang out here in the chat,